Hello everyone. Today we're exploring Genesis 50, the final chapter of Genesis. It's a powerful conclusion to the story of Joseph and his family, showing how forgiveness and faith can transform even the most broken relationships. Let's dive in. After Jacob's death, Joseph orders the physicians to embalm his father, a process that takes 40 days. The Egyptians mourn for Jacob for 70 days, showing their respect for Joseph and his family. Joseph then requests Pharaoh's permission to bury his father in Canaan, as Jacob had requested. Pharaoh agrees, and Joseph, along with his brothers and a large procession of Egyptian officials, travels to Canaan to bury Jacob in the cave of Machpelah, where Abraham and Isaac are also buried. This act fulfills Jacob's final wish and demonstrates Joseph's faithfulness to his father. After Jacob's burial, Joseph's brothers become fearful. They worry that Joseph will now seek revenge for the wrong they did to him years earlier. They send a message to Joseph, saying, before he died, "Your father left these instructions. This is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly." When Joseph hears this, he weeps. His brothers then come and bow before him, saying, "We are your slaves." This moment echoes Joseph's childhood dreams, where his brothers bowed before him. But now it's filled with humility and repentance. Joseph reassures his brothers, saying, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Joseph's words show his deep faith in God's sovereignty and his ability to forgive. He promises to provide for his brothers and their families, saying, "I will provide for you and your children." This act of forgiveness and generosity heals the broken relationship and ensures the survival of Jacob's family. Joseph lives to be 110 years old. Before he dies, he reassures his brothers that God will come to their aid and take them out of Egypt to the land he promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Joseph makes the Israelites swear to carry his bones with them when they leave Egypt. This promise points to the future Exodus and shows Joseph's faith in God's promises. Joseph dies and is embalmed, and his body remains in Egypt until the Israelites take it with them during the Exodus. So, what can we learn from Genesis 50? First, forgiveness is powerful and can heal even the deepest wounds. Second, God's plans are greater than our mistakes, and He can use them for good. Finally, this chapter reminds us to trust God's promises, even when we can't see the full picture. Let's embrace forgiveness and faith, knowing that God is always at work. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next story.